Broken Gamers, thank you very much for tuning in to Turk Van Gogh Reviews. I am your host, Turk Van Gogh. I am half Turkish. I am an artist. That's where the name comes from. If this is your first time here, which it probably is because this is my first review or reaction video on this channel, then thank you very much. You can like it if you like it. If you don't, tell me why. Subscribe if you can. I do have a main channel. I review and play dating simulators from indie developers, and some of them are amazing. It's probably some of the coolest games out there that aren't just repetitive AAA titles or reboots or the same things you see on Twitch or YouTube. If you really want to see something unique, and I have an uncensored version of all those videos because they need them, because YouTube is you know how YouTube is, and all my channels are demonetized, and I've had channels before that were removed that's had thousands of subscribers, and I've had to start over many times. But if you want to go check out my main channel, I'll put the link down below. It's TVG Games Co. with a CO at the end, and the link will be down below. I also have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/TVGG. That's where you can get access to all of my uncensored dating simulator content. Trust me, I have dozens and dozens of videos of different games, and I'm sorry, dozens and dozens of games and hundreds of videos on my Patreon that are all uncensored, all uncut, and some of them are spectacular. I would say probably all of them. If I put it on my Patreon, it's either the worst game I've ever played with some redeeming qualities or one of the best. So if you want to see something different, something that you don't normally see, go to my main channel and please support my Patreon. I don't make a dollar from this. I don't make a dollar from YouTube. I spend hours doing this, and any support would be great. I really would appreciate it. So me and little Scrappy are going to do something today. We've obviously been hearing all about it on the internet. I haven't watched this show yet. I'm going to go in very objective. I'm going to go in purposely going to point out positives about the show. I know everybody's talking about the negatives. I haven't seen anybody's review extensively on purpose. I wanted to see it for myself and see if it's just really people just jumping on bandwagons, or if it's the honest truth that this show is not a good show for some people. We're going to watch it and we're going to see, are there any positives to the show? Are there more positives? Is it 51% bad, good and 49% bad? Or is it just terrible? Or is it good and people are just talking crap and review bombing? So we're going to watch Velma, episode 1 from season 1, and see if this show is any good. If you guys want to see more reactions or more reviews, let me know. I am a huge horror movie fan. I love movies like Event Horizon, In the Mouth of Madness, Halloween, Friday the 13th, Terrified, Return of the Living Dead 2, Dawn of the Dead, Evil Dead. I mean, I'm just a horror movie nerd. So if there's any movies you want me to watch, review, any shows you want me to review, I think I might do some Last of Us. I've already missed Rings of Power, and I had a lot to say about that, but I didn't have it on this channel. House of the Dragon, obviously, I watched, but I didn't get to review it. So if there's something you want to watch together or to get my opinion on, or you want to recommend something, please put it in the comments below. That's it. I will not take up any more of your time. I know it's precious. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate you. Any dollars would be amazing for my Patreon, patreon.com/TVGG. Toby, look at this face. He needs help. We need help. We need your support because I live paycheck to paycheck, goddammit. It's tough, man. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to watch some Velmita. History of Fog, the big book of books seen in TV shows. So you can't afford audiobooks. Scuba do's and don'ts. Is that Scooby do's? Is that what they're trying to do? How to solve mysteries with your friends. And then the beaker in the back is golden beaker. I thought that, if I was going to make a cartoon, I would make like every scene have some sort of funny thing to it. This is a little generic. I don't know. But hey, I'm just analyzing. I can't read the to-do things. But I would have made like more of a funny choice of titles there.
Story told my way.
If she's Indian, how is her name Dinkley Jones? Hey, I mean, insects gotta get it too. Oh my God, they're naked, yo. Is this? Are they in college? Oh no, it's high school. Wait, hold on. Riverdale, the ending, they kissed, and it was tired in the scene. I don't understand what that means. Oh my God. Oh.
Well, as an Asian woman,
Wait a minute, she Asian? For real?
Everyone loves it when white people play Jesus or a professional boxer.
There was a woman that played a professional boxer. Obviously, there was Rocky. There was Apollo Creed. There was Mr. T. There was Apollo Creed's son. And then the third one, right? Wasn't there three of them? It was Rocky. He was in Rocky. Then he was in Creed. Then he was in Creed 2. Muhammad Ali. There's been a biopic of Muhammad Ali. What's happening? I will say the artwork. Here, let me put you down, Toby. I'm sorry. Want us to go sit down? I will say the artwork is. It doesn't remind me of Scooby Doo. But it's okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a little bland so far. You know, I like layers and like, unless they're trying to go like an animated route or like anime, where it's just like solid colors and things like that. But I just wish there was more stuff in the background, more graffiti on the walls. You know, something more layered to look at, so you can be like, oh, I didn't notice that last time. You know, something that's like kind of like Easter eggs. You know. And real quick, is this like, what timeline is this? Because if this is the origin story, weren't the Scooby Doo gang in the like late 60s, early 70s?
Oh, right.
I don't know. Nothing's made me laugh yet.
I forgot. I thought lesbians were good at solving crime.
I'm not getting any of these references. What cop shows have lesbians in them that are detectives? I think what's missing for me, at least, this is just my opinion on the humor here, is like why I'm not hitting. It's not like hitting for me. Like the references for me, like I really have to think about the references, and then when I try to in the time I have allotted, like I can't figure anything out. Like humor for me, at least, has to be something that I'm like, oh yeah, that's true, and then it makes me laugh, right? Because it's so obvious, but you don't point it out yourself, right? That's like humor to me. It's like you're pointing it out for me, and I'm like, oh my god, I think about that all the time. But like none of the jokes so far have hit for me. Is she gonna say something witty again? And again, you could have put something funny on the cup. That's all I'm saying. Put something in the background. Put like some bullet holes, some blood stains, maybe someone's teeth next to some handcuffs, like they just beat someone up. Something. Listen, I'm gonna stop this 5 minutes and 33 seconds in. Look, I'm gonna obviously a show has to hook you in immediately. House of the Dragon, hook me in immediately. Last of Us, hook me in immediately. Rings of Power I was unhooked immediately. This show, I haven't laughed, smirked, giggled inside, or felt a little tingly from anything. Honestly, I haven't even gotten most of the jokes, and the ones that were references to some sort of social commentary weren't necessarily true. And I think what the show's really missing is any charm. You don't have to be totally, if you're not funny, you gotta be charming, endearing, or creative. If it's not funny, you know, if you're not gonna be not everybody can be South Park or Family Guy, right? But at least you can have charm where you're like, you love the characters. So far, I'm not really feeling the characters. So wait a minute, she has a cell phone? What year is this? Scooby-Doo was in the 70s.
Do I know you?
I hope they change their outfits, or do they wear their same outfits every episode? Okay, you have a whole background there, right? You got the whole background, and then you have the stop sign, not the stop sign, but the parking sign behind them. There's a number of, remember, this is a cartoon, right? And this is just my opinion. This is a cartoon. You literally can draw anything. The only limit is your imagination, right? Imagination. So you can draw anything. So hey, let's draw a police station. Okay, what does a police station look like? It's got some bricks, it's got the little archway, it's got those big doors that open up like this, right? But hey, let's put some graffiti on it. Let's put some pigeons up there smoking cigarettes, right? Let's maybe make some criminals run through the background with police chasing them, right? Maybe have a guy at the bottom right there holding on to the windows, like looking like he did, but he's trying, you know, he's locked away in the jail cell downstairs. Anything. But no, they literally have 3 characters and a background. Maybe they didn't have time. Maybe this was rushed. I don't know. But there's like no layers to this. No layers. And why would it say police on that round light there? Like, it looks like a police station. You don't have to write police on the light thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just there's no charm to the artwork, no layers. it's boring. I think that's what it is. It's boring.
Brenda? And how are you going to prove that? Real.
So far, that's been the coolest part, the scariest part.
Who is this?
That monster.
It's your fault, is that?
Again,
Excuse me?
another scene where your imagination is unlimited of possibilities. You can draw anything with any color, texture. You could do anything with the backgrounds and the artwork, and maybe make the backgrounds more cooler, or even look at, out of the window there of the sliding door. You could make that like, you could make the stars like almost like not CGI, but more of a Blender, Unreal Engine type thing. Like mix it up, layer it up, make your show different. Because right now it's boring. There's no charm. I don't know where the sunlight is hitting her head. I don't know where that's coming from. And I know I'm analyzing this like, but even South Park makes sense. If you look at every scene in South Park, there's the main characters, and then there's something silly in the background. There's there's those two puppets from Canada in the background of Cartman's house, right? There's his room. There's like Stan's room will have like certain characteristics. The school will have people in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like there's character and charm. I just don't see it here. Wait a minute. If the baby's kicking, why is the hand coming out? I'm just trying to find the positives of this show, but every time a scene happens, I find inconsistencies. Consistent writing from scene to scene, even if your show is random for each episode, which I don't know if it is. I hope it is, because Scooby-Doo, they should at least have the bad person or the bad guy or girl, whatever, like in the background hiding behind the tree, some sort of Easter egg where you can watch over it again and be like, oh shit, I didn't see that. That's clever. Nothing clever. Man, I really was like, I was trying to compliment the artwork in the beginning, but like, God, it's bland. Look at Daphne. She plays the piano too. She's not such a dummy, huh? Look how much empty space is on the left-hand side there. So much empty space. With Photoshop and Blender and Clip 2D and all that stuff, relative to today's time, it still takes a long time, especially the better you want to make it, the more fluid the animation, the more frames, all that stuff. So even if it takes less time to make a cartoon today, it still takes time. And in that time, you're making something go scene to scene, frame to frame, to animate the characters, right? To add color and lighting and all that stuff. How do they not think from frame to frame, you know what? There's nothing on the left side here, or the colors on this background are so bland, this baby blue fading into gray, into this pastel green up here, or this watercolor green. It's like, it's very bland. We need to add some color to this, some flavor, maybe some motion, something. Am I wrong? Let me know if I'm wrong. Oh my God, 9 minutes. Oh my God, I'm only a third of the way through. Man, they're really overplaying this he can't remember faces thing. That's the third or fourth reference they made to this joke that didn't even hit the first time. The Stabbening? Is that like a M. Night Shyamalan joke from The Happening? Because they're Indian? Oh, haha, because he's a terrible guy, right? And all guys are terrible and they don't take care of their women and buy them presents. I guess that's the message there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at the eyes. That's like the intro of Scooby-Doo during the song, which they didn't even make a song for the show. I know like the Scooby-Doo song is iconic, but again, I'm going to be optimistic and objective. I'm trying to be objective. This is the first episode. Even though the first episode should be the best one, look at this. Another example of, I'm being repetitive here. If you were creating a cartoon, would you even approve this, right? The background. Now, maybe it's your first cartoon, you don't know how to draw. If that's the perspective you're coming from, you might say yes. But if you're an imaginative person, which I assume you are if you're watching me, would you say, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't need to add any more to this. This is perfect. Like just a terribly colored brown, God, I don't even know what color that is, wall. This like dull mustard color wall. And barely any graffiti. Any graffiti is off to the side. There's no trash on the ground from the trash can. I don't know, man. No cigarette butts. Something. Put something on the scene. Oh my God, that's the fifth reference to the same joke.
Dad heard me call you the B word, so I lost my phone for 24 hours. but I had to find you because I still don't know if you listen to my VMs. Voicemail.
My dad heard me call you the B word, so he took my phone for 24 hours. They completely demasculated Shaggy, even though he was already a coward. They took his phone away. And is he pressed on Velma?
Get to the point.
Yeah, get to the point, show.
Orville, you're wasting my time. If I can't convince
Tell me about it.
Shop owned by a woman with a breathe tattoo. It's the coolest spot in Crystal.
owner is always a friendly black man or a spicy and meatball Italian. So you're like, oh,
That was the worst Italian impression ever. And malt, the malt place is always a kind black man. Since when? I've only ever seen white people from back in the day work in those places.
Dorcas make no friends.
Well, Dorcas was actually busy.
That's a good one. Oh, that's a good one. Dorcas make no friends.
Anything suspicious?
Oh, I thought you were like suggesting a date.
A date?
Wait a minute. How is looking for evidence a date in any sense of the word? He didn't say, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. He didn't say, I'm gonna take you to that stupid ass malt place. He didn't say, I want to go to the mall with you. He said, let's go to your stepmother's room and steal her camera. How is that a date? And first of all, who else hitting on you, Velma? Here's my question, okay? Is she trying to be like South Park where she just says F it and make fun of everything? If that's her intention, just to make fun of everyone or both sides, if you want to call it, which I hate that there's even sides to comedy. It's ridiculous. All comedy, regardless if it offends you at the destination, was born with the intention of trying to make you smile and laugh and be happy. Script so far, the writing, I don't know where this is coming from. I don't know if this is just satire on everything, and if it was, it would only work if some of it was funny. None of it's been funny. The references, again, I don't understand them, and I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or if she's trying to say a message about how women are underappreciated somehow, even though she's beaten up every chick she's seen so far. She's undermined her dad. Fred's just this bumbling idiot, but she likes him or wants to help him somehow, and she cares that he doesn't know her name. But this guy, who's like a nice guy, is trying to help her out. She doesn't even give a shit about. She doesn't want to be on a date with him. If that's what she didn't intend and it's coming out subconsciously, that's how it works. You can put all of your effort into somebody and they'll immediately get bored of you because there's no challenge. They got you already. But as soon as they run into a person that's a jerk, automatically that person melts in front of them because they're not happy until they gain gratification and appreciation from that person, right? I don't know what she's aiming at. And maybe she doesn't want to aim at anything, but if that's the case, then why even make the show? Why didn't she just make her own show? Why make a Scooby-Doo show?
Kills Brenda.
That was the only good artwork I've seen so far. Oh, it's like Evil Dead. Okay, see, that's cool. Wait a minute. You thought she killed Brenda because Brenda found out the secret to your mother's diner? How many secrets could there be to a restaurant? Good food? The salt dude that drops the salt off his elbow and all the salt gets DNA and dead skin from his elbow and falls onto people's steaks and people pay hundreds of dollars for a steak. There's all kinds of secrets, but they're all around food. I mean, that's why restaurants are successful, is because of the food, the service. I thought Velma's smart, but I guess she's stupid. He's just telling her now?
La, 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 la. No, she didn't. Something bad happened to her, and it's my fault.
Velma, do you like playing cards? Because I'm calling bullshit. This outfit is clearly just a ploy.
Wait a minute. Do you like playing cards? I'm calling bullshit. Do you like playing poker because I think you're bluffing? Oh, maybe the card game Bullshit? Because there is a card game called Bullshit. Is that what she's talking about? Oh, I will say the people in the background here are funny. The mouth here. You know what I'm saying? You see the chick's face? That's kind of funny. Okay, so two kind of funny things, and the scary hand coming out every time she wants to solve a mystery somehow. That's the coolest thing so far.
My fellow populars, yes.
So if people can get their legs cut off and get beat up, what does it matter if someone gets their head cut off? I like how they included like everyone from every race. I mean, you have to do that now, you know? If you don't do it, you're gonna be in big trouble. The only thing they're missing is like an Indonesian, an Australian. It's gonna get to that point, by the way. You're gonna have like someone from. You're gonna have 196 people on the screen at all times. Again, the most bland backgrounds I've ever seen. Holy shite! Why is he in an office? And why is he? What is he so against drugs, bro? Why?
Just because she photographed him in the bathroom.
Why wouldn't he? If I were a rich white dude, I'd kill
Was
anyone
she?
just to get away with it.
So let me think. Let me think about this, okay? Were they sitting in the writers' room? Did they sit around and say, you know what would be cool? Let's do everything opposite, right? Let's make Fred crappy. Let's make Shaggy somehow Norville, and let's have him not do drugs, right? Let's have, you know, a show about dogs and solving mysteries. Let's take out both of that. Let's take out the dogs and solving the mysteries. Hey, instead of making cool backgrounds and using our imaginations because it's art and we can draw anything we want, let's make it bland. Let's not add any detail or layering or any charm whatsoever. Let's do that. Is that what they thought? That's the coolest thing so far. Whoever designed the monsters is the best part.
Stop! You can't die!
Why? I'm weird and no one likes me.
That's not true.
That's true.
Brenda also photographed this. To be
This is the plot.
secret hidden away to avoid embarrassment.
This is the big twist.
Brenda and her stupid
Fred
camera
hasn't hit
had
puberty.
no choice but the
I'd like to watch Fred.
Listen, this is how terrible this show is. They couldn't even put Kobe's number on the jerseys. They have the Lakers colors on that left jersey. They couldn't even put Kobe's numbers. Kobe's had like 3 numbers. You could have put one of them on there by mistake, and they couldn't even do that.
One mystery I don't want to solve.
Is her mom the killer at the end of this? I hope not.
He also has no brain.
Who's Krista? Was that a... Holy shit. Oh my god. Executive producer, Mindy. You know what? I'm not going to go on a long tirade. I pretty much said everything I wanted to say during that episode. I tried to go in objective. I tried to look out positives. I guess the only cool parts of this are like when the monster comes out. But this has no pacing like the original Scooby-Doo's. This has nothing to do with Scooby-Doo. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with it. Even the plot with the ghost and the killer has zero to do with the original Scooby-Doo show. Hence, you should have just made a regular show, an animated show that had nothing to do with Scooby-Doo. That way, you could have chose your own artwork, your own art style. You could have made new technology mixed with anime technology or animation, and you could have made really cool backgrounds, razzle-dazzle people with cool, 3D graphics and stuff like that. There was no reason for this to occur. All right. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you had different points of view than I did. Let me know if you think this has anything to do with Scooby-Doo. And comment below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hit the like if you can. Mainly, please go to my Patreon. Go check out my main channel. I got plenty of dope-ass games there. The uncensored versions are even better. Patreon.com/TVGG. Let me know if you want to see part 2. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord.